Hello YouTube, I'm sorry I don't have very good mic here, but this is an impromptu video. I'm supposed to be on jury service, but they keep just been waiting for a case. I thought I was on a case, and then somebody couldn't understand enough of the language to stay on the jury, so he retired, and now we've got to select a new one and blah blah blah. Anyway, so I thought I'll go for a walk in the park and see if I don't know if I've got anything interesting to say. I know some people said that they really liked my walking around videos. I'm actually sitting on I'm sitting on a stump, a tree stump. Yeah, I'm sitting on a tree stump, and I'm so knackered because I'm not used to getting up early, and I can't do any work there because the Wi-Fi's crap. So anyway, so at the moment, while I'm doing this, I'm reading. I thought, well, you know what, I'm not going to try and do work. The Wi-Fi is so bad. Ugh, flies. I'm just going to read, and I'm reading Michael Tsarion's book, The Dragon Mother, and I've only just started reading it, and I'm just thinking, oh, this is so good. It's so good because it's Lilith, and I've started rewriting my Liliths again. So and doing them as true Lilith, because I wasn't sure whether it was worth doing the Lilith book, because I wasn't sure whether it really did do anything, but you know, I think it does. The lunar apogee is a thing, and if we count the nodes, you know, we count the nodes, and they're just they're not an actual planetary body. But they are a measurement of whether, you know, the sun and the moon cross, and it's a symbolic measurement. And so with Lilith as well, I mean, it is an actual thing. It is when the moon is the closest to the earth and when it's the furthest to the earth. So the closest is always get this the wrong way around. I think the closest is the apogee, or is it anyway, one of the Lilith is the apogee, which is either the closest or the furthest. I think it might be the furthest, and the perigee is when it's closest, and so then it's when the moon is opposite Lilith. So anyway, I've got it on the website all explained properly, but right now I'm sleep deprived, and yeah. But anyway, the point is, it's as important as the lunar nodes, so why not, you know, do their significance? And there have been being blown to bits. There are you know, books on the lunar nodes, so I thought, well, let's do a book on Lilith. Although I did want to sort of expand it to talk about Ceres and Ceres as well. So there have been a few books on that, and there was one that just was not free on the internet. I downloaded it. It wasn't even for sale. Hey, the sun's coming out. Hallelujah. Yeah, so well, I know it doesn't look that sunny, but anyway, it's sunnier than it was. It was so dull. Oh God, brain has run out. Yeah, so that's it. The free book is really good. I'll see if I can drum that out, find that somewhere, and link to it as well. But anyway, so the thing is, there is a valid reason for a Lilith book now. It's crazy because I have written it all. I've written most of it. All I have to do is take out the mean, the research I did, which looked up people that had it in mean aspect. So and go back and do it as true Lilith, because true Lilith is the true Lilith. And so yeah, that's all I need to do, and I'm finding that is making sense. So there's that, and then so I'm starting to write that. So this reading, I think this jury service has given me time to actually read this book and see how that links with Lilith as well. And so yeah, but the major thing, what's really interesting, is the fact that it does relate to your political beliefs, because, you know, the what's it called, the terrible mother, you know, the mother country, and I mean, he basically divides it into 3 types in female and 3 types in male. So you've got the well-adjusted female. It's funny because he calls it the masculinized female. When I read the characteristics, I thought, that's me. I'm definitely not an overly feminine woman. Yeah. Anyway, so I mean, I know I might. Do I look it? I don't know. Anyway, Aquarius is supposed to be a bit like bi-ish looking. So the masculine woman who basically doesn't hate men. Oh God, now there's suddenly, as soon as I get the camera out, suddenly people are walking down here. I thought it was a nice little, desolate little path, and all of a sudden there are people behind me. So I think I'll stop and then I'll carry on again. Okay, I mean, the thing is, to explain a whole book, which I haven't even read yet, in a few minutes on YouTube is going to be quite difficult, but I'm going to try. So there's the masculine, but basically it's the woman who's in touch with her masculine side. And I think, that is like the balanced animus thing. Then there's the woman who's overly feminized. And then there's the woman who is the terrible mother, who just, it's kind of the man-hating thing. And then with the men, it's the same thing. It's like a man who's in touch, who's pretty balanced. And then there's the man who is, what was the second one? Oh yeah, the feminized man. Which is, it's funny because the masculinized woman isn't a negative, but the feminized man is. So there's the masculine man, the feminized man, which makes it all sound a bit like, Michael Tsarion saying that femaleness is a negative thing. But the point is because it all, like it or not, male and female identify so strongly with the mother because they're inside the mother's womb. So to be overly engulfed by that is a negative thing. So that's why we need the father to individualize. And it's not really the father, we need the father archetype to individualize. So that's why a feminized man is a bad thing. I mean, it's a difficult thing for society, because then they want to always, they over devote themselves to the feminine, and then they have this kind of like negative thing about the masculine, and they want everyone to be one, and they have a loathing of overly masculinized or individuated people, because they want everyone to be equal and the same, and to be one, part of the big womb again. So it is really interesting. So there's the masculine man, which is balanced. There's the feminized man that is imbalanced, and then there's the chivalrous man, which is really interesting, which is the hyper masculine man who overcompensates, but he's still feminized, but he overcompensates by being really raw. And it's this, I think, which is the pardon me, that is what's called the, oh God, a froggy throat. That is what was I saying now? I'm so sorry, my brain is just mush this afternoon. Yes, he overcompensates by being this kind of macho man, because and it really, chivalrous describes it very well, because it's the kind of the white knight, white knighting for women and that kind of thing, and being very attracted mainly to very, like, feminized women, very, very like submissive, and you're my hero, and but at the end of the day, it all causes imbalances, and then it goes towards the narcissism. And you can see the feminized man tends to be pretty narcissistic, but then so is the chivalrous man as well, and then the terrible mother obviously is too. And the over feminized woman is also narcissistic but tends to be like the covert narcissist. So anyway, the whole thing is just so interesting, and I shall get into it more. It's reopened my interest in Lilith again, and so I want to work on that when I finish this bloody jury service, 3rd time in my life. You know what, it must be because I've got Jupiter rising, I've got stellium in the 9th house, which is the lower, and that's it's weird. I'm kind of living my charts, and I've got a yod pointing to Jupiter. And then what was really funny was when I did get selected, I was number 1 on the jury, because they're doing all this social distancing. You have a number and you have to sit on that chair, and the numerology, I just thought, oh my god, called up first, I'm number 1, which I never am, which is really strange. So I was number 1 on the jury, but then it all got cancelled. But anyway, that's it so far, the story. And then I was in court 12, and I just thought, hey, the 12, the 12, and it's the 12 angry, it's the 12 jurors as well. So isn't that, how's that for a nice bit of numerology? So is there anything else I can talk about, really, apart from World War III? Well, yes, okay, I have done some, I don't even know if I can say, this is how bad it is. I have done some, videos to do with Russia and Raspootin, lover of the Russian queen, him, and I'm sitting on them, and I don't know whether to put them out or not. One was a that I did in 2017, so it was actually a commission. Someone actually paid me to do it. They said, can you look at his chart? And I had to be, there's no way, it's a good way of making you as fair as you can be, because it's a client paying for it as if it was their chart. So you can't just, whether I loved him or hated him, I can't just do a reading where I'm going, oh, he's really evil, and I'm looking for all the evil things. At the same time, I can't do, he's just wonderful and blah, blah, blah. So I did it as balanced as I could. And I think because it was recorded in 2017, before all this started, hopefully, I don't think YouTube could call me a traitor or anything, because this was done before this even happened. So should I put it out and just say, it is from, but do they even know that? Do they care? Will they still say, oh, it's a traitorous thing? Because it's not calling him the devil, basically, but it's not either, but it's also not saying he's the most wonderful thing since sliced toast. So I could, but then I did a part 2 where I was getting a bit annoyed about the whole, at the moment, the propaganda where we're all supposed to, support a certain country and do the yellow and blue thing everywhere. Yellow and blue, yellow and blue. You have to do yellow and blue. You have to do yellow and blue. You have to love yellow and blue. And it's just, and you know what I'm like. I'm just like, if I'm told to like something, I just then don't. And then you feel guilty, because obviously, there are people, lives are at stake and people are suffering. And I'm being resentful because I'm being told to like it. It's like, oh, you're being resentful because you're being told to like this beggar or something, or someone who is actually quite ill. So it's a double, what is that? It's a double guilt. I don't know what that is. It's some fancy psychology. I wish this horse would come and say hello. It's a really nice horse down there. See him. Where is the horse? I don't know. It's under the tree. Is he there? Anyway. So horse distraction. It's Jupiter. It's Jupiter and Sagittarius, isn't he? Oh, he's so cute. Anyway, what was I saying? Oh yeah, being told to like yellow and blue. And then someone did he's been banned from everywhere, but he's on Odyssey now. Maybe I shouldn't even say his name, but he walks around. He lives in Mexico. I think he's some sort of multi-millionaire, because he can afford to just waltz around with his little tiny dog who likes tacos, apparently. And he's always talking about, I think he's been talking about the fall of the dollar for a long time. I think that's in his name. Anyway, he was saying, was it him or was it someone else? I think I'm confusing it with someone else. But someone else, well, anyway, he was good. It's a side note. Someone else was pointed out, I think it's An Hour to Midnight, I think it's called, that we've been prepped for the whole yellow-blue loving with the whole COVID thing, because all the adverts for COVID, like the COVIDian cult, was all yellow and blue as well. So you got the blue of the gloves, and then the yellow background, and there's loads of it, and they just put loads of them one after the other. I'm like, oh my god! So you're already conditioned to think blue and yellow is good, it's coming to save you, it's healthy, it's, all these things. But then is it doing the same to us questioners? Because then we're saying, we've associated yellow and blue with brainwash, sheeple, it's really bad, evil. And so now we have an aversion to yellow and blue, even if it was all right. Oh my god, I'm being brainwashed. So, but this is my job, to sit on the stool of the tree of Gemini. See it? The tree that sit on the fence. I actually am on the fence. It's kind of a fence. No? To sit on the fence and go, is it this? Is it that? Is it? I don't know. But I'm not really sitting on the fence, because you kind of know which side I really kind of swing to more. And I don't know if that's because I'm mental. And you see, this is the thing, this is what I was worried, because if you're a product of the terrible mother, oh my god, yeah, maybe, could be, I'm aware of that thing, so I could be seeing everything in the world as the terrible mother, so therefore that's why I'm always like going, oh, the government hate you, question the government because being brought up by questionable authority. So maybe everyone who is questioning authority has had a terrible mother. She wasn't terrible, by the way. She's kind of mellowed in her old age, but then it's she was damaged. It goes, it's ancestral wounds and stuff like that. So you just got to try and get better with each generation. Kind of hope that I have done that. Anyway. So but it's just question. So sorry for this weird ramble. I'm just bored. I'm just killing time between this court case thing, which hasn't even started. And it was good to get out. Like, everybody else stayed there, and I just thought, no, we had an extra. It was a long break, so I thought I'll walk to this majestic park and sit by the horses. And then I thought, yeah, let's record something. Anyway, so I will do more of these, I think. It's no skin off my nose. But let me know if you want Ra Ra Raspootin, the Russian Queen, or not. Because and is it worth it? Or will I get booted off? And just when it was looking so good on YouTube. Alright then, so take care, and I will speak to you at the next moon. Bye.